This is going to be Goodwin Champions box number 10. Let's go ahead and screen share. Everybody in the break. Fernando, you're at the top. Scott W., you're at the bottom. We're going to copy, and we're going to paste this into random.org. As always, here comes a random 7 times. Let's make it happen. There's 1. Here comes number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, Carl T. at the top and bottom. This is going to be the order right there. Carl T. will get pack 1 and 2. Ian T. pack 3. Scott W. 4. Carl T. 5. Fred P. you got pack 6. Tim Y. 7. Scott W. 8 and 9. Ian T. you got number 10. Fred P. at 11. Glenn C. 12. Scott W. 13. Fred P. 14. Scott W. 15. Fernando, Scott, Carl, Ian, and Carl. All right. That is the order. I'll leave it up there for a second. Of course, let me copy this into my page that I use. Right there. Very good. All right. So this is the order I'll be going by for Goodwin Champions. All right, good luck, everybody. Let's see if we can pull some. I know everybody likes the monster cards out of this. And what's everybody's favorite type of cards out of this? Because I've heard monster cards, I've heard meteorite cards, I've heard patch cards. What's everybody's favorite thing out of Goodwin Champions? The old beard relic. All right, so Jay just said his favorite's the last card. All right, you're one of those guys that takes a literal interpretation to a question. I like you. You gave me the very literal answer. What a guy you are. What a guy. All right. I have to give it to him. It was quite a brilliant answer. If you know I don't agree with it, give me a very literal answer. All right, here we go. First up is Carl T. Carl T. is pack number 1 and 2, actually. So the first 2 are going to be our buddy Carl T. Hope you're doing well, Mr. Carl. Long time no see, buddy. Let me move this box. There we go. Oh, boy. Turpentine packs. Oh, yeah. That's happening when you play golf all the time. Your hands get weak. Yeah, whatever. Let's get going. All right, this is Carl T's pack right here. Ooh, Jim Kelly right there. LeBron James. There's a Mike Evans mini. That's cool, Mike Evans mini. There's the dummy. And Blake Bortles. All right, so Carl T, you got pack 1 and 2 right here. Here's pack number 2 for our buddy Carl T. All right. Carl T. All right, this is your pack 2. Mark Messier right there. Here's a Joe Theismann, Graham McDowell. Ooh, is that an auto right there? Chris Anderson. Is that an auto? Chris Anderson right there. Very nice, Carl T. There's an old dummy, an old King Kelly. Right there, King Kelly. All right, next up is Ian T. You have pack number 3, sir. Ian T. has pack number 3. All right, here we go. Good Lord, man. I don't know what it is about some of these packs, man. That's all right. There we go. Ian T, this one's coming out to you. All right. There is a LaDainian Tomlinson right there. Marcel Dion. Here is a short card right here of Cheryl Miller. That's cool. Cheryl Miller right there. Here's the old dummy, Mario Lemieux and Bobby Hall. All right. That was Ian T, pack number 3 right there. Next up is Scott W. Scott W is next. I gotta cut this box. Get some more room. There we go. Let's do this. Excuse me a second. Need some more room on there. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, Scott W, this is your pack, buddy. Scott W is pack number 4 right here. All right, Julian Crone right there. Stave Stricker. Here's a Warren Moon. All right, Warren Moon. And then David Robinson right here. Cool. All right, so that was Scott W. Next up is Carl T. Carl T. Coming out to you, sir. There we go. Carl T. This is your pack, buddy. Paul Coffey right there. Bill Walton. Jack Turner Sisters dummy card. And Napoleon. All right. And Charlie Taylor. All right, that was Carl T. Next up is Fred P. Next up is Fred P. Fred P. All right. Fred P. right there. There's a Larry Bird playing golf. That's cool. Right there. Isaiah Thomas. Ooh, there's a relic card. Jack Turner Sisters right there. Golf. Very nice. Jimmy Murphy and Sammy Watkins. All right, that was Fred P. Fred P. Next up is Tim Y. Tim Y. This is you, buddy. Tim Y. All right, Tim Y. Excuse me, it's coming out of you, sir. Roy McIlroy right there. Teddy Bruschi. Jeremy Roenick. All right. Here is a small card right there. The dummy and Mike Evans. All right, so that was Tim Y. All right, the next two is going to be Scott W. Scott W has the next 2 packs. Scott W right there. There's a Will Clark. Bill Guerin. Here's a Michael Jordan. That's cool. Dummy card. Carlton Fisk. And Mike Gaither. All right. So that was Scott W. And the next pack is also Scott W. Earl Campbell right there. Here's the old dummy. Tip O'Neill right there. And Mike Richter. All right, so that was Scott W. Next up is Ian T. Ian T right there. All right, Jerry Rice. Old school right there. Jerry Rice. John Hugh. James Worthy. Here's our Claude Lemieux. All right, Claude Lemieux right there. That's very cool. There's a dummy. And all right, Ian T. Next up is Fred P. Right here, Fred P. Coming to you, sir. Fred P. Hey, Veronica, how are you? Fred P. Caldwell. Icky Woods, Jerry Stackhouse. Here's the old dummy cards and Jerome Bettis. All right, that was our buddy Fred P. Next up is Glenn C. Glenn C, this is your pack, buddy. Glenn C. All right. All right, next up, there's a Hendrick Stinson right there. Lindsey Vaughn, Gary Player, dummy card, Fred Dunlop, and Manziel. All right, that was Glenn C. Next up is Scott W. Scott W. All right, Jonas Blixt right there. Hakeem Olajuwon, Eric Dickerson. Here's a dummy. Sindler and Roethlisberger. All right, Scott W. Next up is Fred P. Fred P., this is you, sir. All right, there we go. Fred P. right there. Fred P. right there. Sigmund Freud, that's cool. Fred P. Here's a dummy. And say right there. All right. Fred P. Next up is Scott W. Scott W. All right, there's a Bernie Kosar. That's cool. Old school guy, Bob Hanna. Jack Nicklaus. All right, dummy card. There's an Elway. And Julius Erving. All right. Scott W. That's yours, sir. All right, next up is Fernando A. Fernando A. That's coming to you, sir. Fernando A. All right, there's a Curry right there. Tiger Woods. Sean right there. Guy LaFleur. Dummy card. And Will Clark. All right, Fernando A. That's you, sir. All right, next up is Scott W. Scott W. This is you, buddy. Scott W. Jeez, man. Scott W. All right, here's a Tim Brown, Jason Kidd, Hardaway. That's cool right there. Walter George. There's a dummy card. Elvin Hayes. Elvin Hayes. All right, that's Scott W. Next up is Carl T. Carl T. Yes, Dale, I agree. Oh, I got that one, Dale. All right, Giovanni Bernard right there. Pete Rose. And then there's a Peyton Manning. That's cool in his Tennessee uniform right there. Peyton Manning. There's the old dummy. And then Sitting Bull. All right. Carl T. That was you, sir. All right. And we got 2 packs left. Carl, this is going to be Ian T. Excuse me, then Carl T. All right. Nolan Ryan right there. Robin Ventura. That was ironic. They planned that one. If anybody catches that joke, they planned that one. Nolan Ryan, Robin Ventura. Yep. There's a Rondo right there. Here's a dummy. And then we got a Browning and Jay Williams. That's funny to have Nolan Ryan and Ventura back to back. That was planned, dude. Yep, that's right. Nolan Ryan rocked him, boy. All right. Last pack here is going out to Carl T. Right there, Carl T. Diggins. Ooh, here we go. 33 of 50. Sidney LaRoche right there. Check that out. Gold number. Authentic patch. Right there. Carl T. There you go, buddy. Going out to our good buddy Carl T. Right there. Very nice. And Burns. All right. Good stuff. That will do it for Goodwin Champions number 10. Let's save that for YouTube.